go on, love. I'm feeling kind today again. I don't know why she doesn't go to the traffic lights to do that, but you know. Hello, welcome to the van. Why did I just start that video like some sort of 90s children's TV presenter? Greetings and welcome. And after my last video, I keep thinking about the topic of my last video, mainly immigration, and it got me thinking, why do island nations as a whole seem to have such a problem with immigration? I'll get on to other countries in a minute, but if we just stick here with the UK, we're obsessed with it. We're absolutely obsessed with immigration in this country, with everything that's going on in the world. You know, take your pick. COVID, dodgy PPE, contracts, billions spunked on test and trace apps that don't work. Ever abundance of food bank usage. It's just it's insane amount of things that are going on in the world. Why are we so obsessed with a few dinghies coming over the channel? Go Team Panda! Hooray! Team Panda, it's Brighton Marathon tomorrow. You'll be interested to know that I am not taking part in that. That's far too much running for me. I'm doing the slightly shorter 10k version next month, which would be nice. So yeah, look forward to that. But yeah, dinghies, why? Still in the news every single day, Sky News, all the papers, dinghies coming over, a few dinghies coming over the channel. Why are we obsessed with it? With everything that's going on in the world, why are we constantly so obsessed with this thing about immigration? Now, even my good friend Michael Heaver, now don't worry, I'm not going to put you through another one of his videos. I know a lot of you get a little bit upset because, well, his face and he's noisy. But I've showed too many clips from his videos. I'm not going to show you any more videos, but I'm just going to show you some of his comments. It's fascinating. You dive into the comment section of his videos and I find it fascinating. He recently done a video about the national insurance rise. And instead of in the comment section, you know, people going, oh, this is a disgrace, it's a tax on the poor, they're talking about immigrants on a video subject national insurance rise, and they're talking about immigrants, stuff like this. Oh, well, if you didn't pay the immigrants hotel rooms, then maybe you'd have enough money for the NHS. Yeah, I'm sure, mate. I'm sure that £30 a night hotel room is, you know, really gonna put a dent in the problems of the NHS, isn't it? Oh, bloody immigrants. It's just any subject. It's not even about immigration on the video. They're just they seem to think that it's all the wrongs in this country are down to immigration. Oi, you immigrant coming off the dinghy! It's all your fault. It's all your bloody fault. What, me? I just come here for better life and to work. No, it's all your bloody fault. All the problems with NHS, it's all your fault. Well, I did nothing. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. A few dinghies coming over the channel. I mean, really. You know, I get it. I get. Thing is, this is the problem. This is what I find is Labour just don't want to talk about immigration at all, and I don't think that's good, because it needs to be discussed. I mean, obviously, if we have an influx of 1 million people coming into this country, it'd be devastating. But a few dinghies coming over the channel, I mean, come on, we've got 1 million job vacancies here at the moment. Give them a job, get them working. You know, it's really not an issue to me. But this is one of the problems, I think, is just Labour don't want to talk about immigration at all, and it needs to be discussed. It's important. It's an important issue. But anyway, back to the title of the video. You know, this really got me thinking about island nations as a whole. We seem to share so many things. Japan springs to mind straight away. The similarities between our two countries are massive. You know, we're both small islands with big populations. We're both ex-empires. We're both sort of got that mentality of our ancient empire, and now the roles have reversed. We've now got bigger, more powerful neighbours on our doorstep, obviously. China being the example with Japan, and the European Union with us. I think we've still got that mentality where we used to be the powerful ones, and now the roles have reversed. And you know, both countries share different problems, and we both can't stand immigration. Try and emigrate to Japan. They really want. You're really going to need to be wanted in Japan if you're going to be able to go and work over there. We share other same problems, you know, aging population, decline in population. I mean, in Japan they've got real issues with sort of male recluseness, haven't they, where men are just not interested in getting married, having kids. They're more interested in video games and, you know, work. I mean, they work so bloody hard, these guys. I mean, you can't say that about the Japanese, but it's just interesting, this island mentality. And the same thing, you know, with Australia. Okay, it's a big island, hell of a big island, but it's still an island, and they still have that same mentality with immigration. They hate it. They absolutely hate it. Bloody hell, if you try and go over to Australia in a dinghy, you're ending up in a bloody, well, basically like a concentration camp. I mean, all a concentration camp is a concentration of people in a camp. So it is a concentration camp. Women, children, they're all going there in Australia. It's strange. This island mentality seems to be shared. Even in Asia as well. In Asia, the Philippines, they're always sort of considered that quirky, strange cousin in Asia, really. I mean, I know they've got a lot of influence, American influence and Spanish influence, so they're always a little bit different to the other sort of mainland Asian countries. But they're definitely that outsider, and obviously they've got a hell of a president at the moment in Duterte, haven't they, in the Philippines. But yeah, when it comes to immigration, island nations just always seem to have this problem with immigration, and it just makes me think maybe it's just the fact that we're just not used to it, like landlocked countries are. You know, going back to Asia there, you think of Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam. I think their populations are all sort of intertwined. They're used to movement of people between different countries, and I think those borders have been drawn and redrawn several different times. Same with Turkey. Turkey takes so many refugees in from their neighbouring countries, don't they? So many. And I think the same thing. They're all just sort of intertwined, and they're used to, you know, different countries coming in. And I don't know, maybe you guys might just say in the comments, but is there a similar thing in mainland Europe? Do you feel close to other mainland Europe countries? Do you feel the population sort of mingle in more, rather than the UK separated from water? We're just not used to the same sort of levels of immigration that you get in landlocked countries. I don't know. I'll be interested to hear your thoughts, and this is what my channel is all about, really. This is why I make videos. I either watch a video online and think, right, I want to talk about this and get your guys' thoughts, or I'm just working in the van and something crosses my mind. I think, oh, I want to talk about that. And the most important thing is hearing your guys' feedback. So please let me know what you think. Do you think this contributes to why the UK are so obsessed with immigration? I mean, obviously you do have the right-wing media that we've gone through before, which is a tool. I mean, it's an obvious tool at the moment when the Tories are hiking national insurance, when they're spending millions on test and trace, when they're doing all these things wrong. Obviously it's helpful for them to go look at the dinghies. Don't look at us messing things up, okay? Just look at the dinghies. Look at the dinghies. We're looking at the dinghies. Yeah, we're looking at the dinghies. Don't worry, we're not looking at you. We're just concentrating on the dinghies, and it, you know, it works. Is it just that? Is that why this country's obsessed with immigration? Just because of the right-wing media and how the government use it? Or do we just have this ex-empire mentality and this island mentality? We're just not used to immigration. We've never got used to it. And I think we're going to have to start getting used to it, because 30, 40, 50 years time, I think we're going to see, if the climate keeps going the way it's going, I think we're going to see massive influx of immigrants coming into Europe, when it's just 50 degrees in Africa and they've got less and less water. Unless we sort out this climate crisis, we're going to have to start getting used to a lot of influx of Africans and Middle Easterns coming over. To be honest, you know what, I think this country could do with a culture injection, to be honest. I mean, the thing is, this is life, isn't it? This is what happens in life. 2,000 years ago, the Romans were here, then the Saxons, then the Vikings. This is the circle of life. It just, you know, it happens. And you know what makes us think that our culture at the moment is so damn good? You know, what are we doing all the time? Spending our time on Facebook. Oh, they put new cycle lanes in. Oh, council spending this money. Well, I think cycle lanes are good. Well, I think you're talking crap. That's how we spend. That's how we seem to spend our time over here. A little African culture injection, I think, could do this country some good. You've seen how these guys hang out. They have the time of their lives, so they're hanging out with family, they've got food, they've got culture, they've got community. You know, when was the last time you spoke to your neighbours? Anyway, I'm babbling, I'm definitely babbling now, but yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about island nations and why they hate immigration so much? Till next time, take care. Oh, can I do it? Can I do it? I don't fancy it. I don't fancy it. That white van is miles away, but I still don't fancy it. Still don't fancy it. These cyclists are going sort of prospectively fast. Right, now I do it. Don't speed up.